Here we are, Tipsy Realtors. It's Wednesday and we're on liquid lunch.
Yeah, I know, barely getting our shit together. Could I say that on the live?
I'm sure it's not the first time we swore on the show.
That's right. Yeah.
Alrighty, everybody. Yeah. We are here today, Summer Berry Sangria, and we're going to do a quick market recap. Now, this market recap takes an entire bowl of alcohol.
Oh my God. So we're going to be here for a while. How much time do you have for lunch?
Exactly. But what we're doing is we're going to give you a quick market recap about what's happening. And sorry, do you have like a cup and a half cup and all that kind of stuff? Because we're measuring by the cups today.
Well, yes, but everything is measured out, so I don't know.
Well, no, I have to measure this by the quarter cup.
Oh, quarter cup is right now in the sink. Do I have another
Give me the
quarter?
half cup. I can do half cup. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're together.
I have 1/3 here. 1/3. Sorry.
No, I'm good with this one.
Yeah, you want
we're
good with that?
All right.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with Summer Berry Sangria, and here's the recipe right here.
I just figured put a bottle in.
I know.
And then just throw some stuff.
We're starting with putting all of the honey that we already microwaved and put in water and everything like that.
Yeah.
And we put that all into the bowl. Now we're going to put in a half cup of cherry brandy, which we have right here, into our bowl, our big, huge punch bowl. So it's going to be something like if you got a ton of people coming over, this is going to be the sangria to make. So, and then we're going to throw in a bunch of the berries, which we already bought from our grocery store pre-cut because that's how we roll.
So, and this is like a kind of like a fast way of doing it. Personally, myself, I like to marinate my fruit overnight. So I would put that, I think that's good. Like, one more. Go big or go home.
And now we're going to pull in our whole bottle of Pinot Noir.
Yeah.
And if you make this beforehand and you leave it overnight and you let everything marinate, all the juices are going to flow together, which is going to be awesome. Yeah, what's funny is we don't even have anyone else here today, so we seriously have to drink this all of ourselves. Yeah. And then it does give you the option of putting in some club soda.
Yes.
And there you go. And now we're going to put in the ice to chill it.
Yeah, we can put just a little. Like we can put some in our glass or whatever.
There.
Oh, it's got stuff.
There. Now the ice is in to chill it.
Yeah.
And we have our beautiful oranges to give it color.
Oh my God, this looks so good.
It does look good. So obviously, if you're in Chestermere and you have nothing to do, we have a bar.
Yeah, you guys stop by. Yeah, hello Chestermere. Get it in. Okay, hold on. Let's. Okay, this is the fastest I ever made sangria in my life.
Really?
Well, yeah, because like
it's teamwork.
It must be, yeah. So I guess I never actually used this bowl. I had this bowl probably for like 25 years, and I never used it for anything. So I'm glad we're gonna be able to use it. Usually I make my bowl is much bigger. It's the one like a dispenser.
That's because this is a bowl for two.
Yeah.
At Anna's house.
Yeah, usually it's the one that takes I don't know, about like 6 liters of wine and then a bottle of brandy, and sometimes I'm
listening.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that this would be, so if you've got a lot of people coming over, this is a good, easy drink to make.
Like you put it. Let me do this.
A good easy drink to make that should keep everybody happy and make a nice
hydrated.
Exactly, and make a nice presentation.
Yeah, and I never used actual what do you call those dry oranges, but they look pretty pretty.
They do. They add color to it.
Yeah, I usually put like real orange, but I'm sure like dry orange has some sort of like a special flavoring, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
There we go.
Your big glass of soup.
Our big glass there. Our
soup of the day is a berry sangria.
No, it's a grape grapefruit soup.
And I got
Cold grapefruit
little,
soup.
because it's hard to drink out of a big glass with fruit in it.
There
Cheers.
You go. Cheers.
Well,
Sangria.
now we're just waiting for summer. Oh,
This would be a very good summer cocktail.
I love the cherry liqueur in that because I generally make it with brandy and like because brandy or like the triple sec, right? It has a little bit of that orange hits, but with cherry brandy, it's a nice cherry flavor. Like I like this. A little bit more of that kind of a berry than citrusy, I guess, like wine and berry than wine and orange flavor.
I think if you let this sit, it would be quite nice letting it sit.
Yeah,
and like
I agree.
Kind
like,
of ruminate and
yeah,
get all the flavors mixed overnight.
yeah. So that's what I do. Like I have what I put in my big canister. I put all my fruits, and sometimes I use some herbs even, and then I add all hard liquor, no wine, just hard liquor, and I'll let it basically sit. But you want to put it like in a cool temperature. Don't leave it like in the heat on the sun because it starts ferment, and then it's kind of different kind of drunk next day. And for like sodas, I also like to buy sometimes one of those Italian sparkling non-sweet sodas, and sometimes they come with that like with that flavor of grapefruit or lemon or lime. Also brings the freshness to it. So if you want to add a little bit more of a zing flavor without squeezing tons of fruit in it, those are really good too. Yeah.
This is like playing that duck game at the Stampede.
Oh yeah.
Trying to get your strawberries.
Oh my god.
All right.
Robin ate half of the fruit already.
Exactly. It's lunchtime. I got to eat my fruit. It is yummy.
Yeah, I really like it. So, and I'm actually really enjoying how much the cherry liqueur made the difference with this. So I have to put that on my mental note.
So Anna's really excited about this cocktail because I think she obviously needs to drink at lunch today.
Definitely. It's a Wednesday, you know.
Yeah.
We've been conditioned now. It's a season 6. Like, can you believe it? Like, what is it? We basically wrapping up March here. Like, you know, it's coming to the end super fast, and then it's gonna be 3 more months, and we're done season 6.
So that actually is a good transition to our topic, which is a quick market update. Now, again, we're doing these every quarter now because we think that we always get the question is what's happening in the market, and we want to make sure that you understand what's happening in the market.
Even the realtors talking about this too, 100%. Between each other, like what's happening in the market, because the market is like every year it's been changing a little bit, right? Like it's we went basically from Calgary's market where nothing was selling 2019, 2020, and then you know the post-COVID start picking up. Everybody was figuring out their new normal, new life, and then it's exploded, right? Like that 2022, 23, 24. Those were like like drastically huge growth years in terms of the price and what people wanted. Last year we saw some stabilizing, and now I feel like we are back to a normal Calgary market.
So here's the thing,
behavior-wise.
Here's what I think is interesting. I had heard about the 2020 market and how incredible it was going to be since 2006. So it's
like 2020 was going to be incredible since 2006.
I've been hearing about 2020 being an amazing market in real estate since 2006. Now, of course, when we first saw COVID coming down the pipeline and March happened and the shutdown happened, and I think we went to an almost 20-month worth of 20 months worth of inventory in real estate. Yes. I thought there's no way. All this stuff I've heard about this 2020 market was baloney. And then, of course, we started relaxing and people started kind of getting into the groove with COVID, and the market went berserk. And it went berserk for almost a full 5 years. So I find it interesting that they were able to predict so far in advance that something was going to happen in 2020 to make real estate phenomenal, which it
Mm-hmm.
was. Now, if you look and you've ever sat down with us with any of our absorption rates, we've sat there and we've shown you on the absorption rate that we were in an undervalued market since 2012. We've been telling clients since 2012 we were getting too far below the trend line, which was causing us to unfortunately mean that when the market was going to go, it was going to go big. So since 2006, we heard about the market. Since 2012, we could see it on our statistical graphing data that was saying that we're below the trend line and that the market was going to go. And if it did, it was going to go big, that it was consumer confidence that was causing the issue. And believe it or not, consumer confidence is now what the issue is. We don't have this overabundance of inventory, even though we've seen our market slow down. If you look at the amount of inventory we have compared to the amount of population we have, we still have low inventory. But what we have is we have a concern of consumer confidence right now. If you look at our statistical data on the absorption rate and on inflationary trends, we actually are exactly where the market should be in regards to value. So we are worth exactly what we should be worth. Now we're no longer below the trend line. We're no longer above the trend line. We are right on the trend line.
I just want to point out that I did printed some daily housing summary stats from Calgary Real Estate Board, and a lot of people talking how this year is so different from like last year, and that the market is crashing down. But for inventory, for example, right? We have our last stats here for February. So in February of this year, our total inventory for Calgary and area was for Calgary area, sorry, it was 7,414 properties altogether. Last year, we had 7,979 properties.
That's exactly it. We don't have an inventory problem right now.
We
have a
don't.
consumer confidence problem right now.
Yeah, so which is results in less of sales. So we are not selling homes because there is something like we don't have something to sell, or the properties that are coming out are too expensive, because we're seeing the properties coming out in all kinds of inventory, but we don't have enough buyers really to buy it. And there's buyers who want to buy it, but they're not taking the move. As we know quite a bit by our own network and leads, there's a tons of people sitting there and thinking that they want to buy, but they're not quite motivated.
Well, and they're not sure if now is the right time to buy it.
Well, as we know, the Bank of Canada held the rate once again, overnight rate, so there's no changes. And majority of financial institutions predict there's going to be no changes in 2026 to the mortgage. In fact, if anything, we're going to be seeing a fixed rate going a little bit up because of the bond market due to some global economy.
Now, the one thing to know, and this is the interesting fact, is you would think that as rates go down, our inventory or our interest in buying real estate would increase. But believe it or not, the exact is true. Mm-hmm. When interest rates start going up, that's when we actually start seeing the impact on the market, and that the market gets busier. And the reason why is because all the buyers with held rates are renting out trying to buy a house before their rates expire, and they have to get stuck with the higher rate. So believe it or not, rates going up will actually impact the market to be busier than to be slower. And rates coming down will actually slow down the market, because people will step back and wonder if the rates could go lower and if they should wait longer. Mm-hmm. So those are the things. Now, if you want to know the economic impact, is fixed rates are governed by the bond market, and that's why if the bonds go up, fixed rates go up, while variable rates are based on the Bank of Canada rate, which will go up when Canadian economy is doing well and down when the Canadian economy is doing good. No, bad. Bad when the Canadian economy is doing bad. So if it goes down, that means our Canadian economy is weaker. And if it goes up, our Canadian economy is better. Now, interesting enough, I had a client where we actually went through using AI and trying to put together what predictions were for the bank fixed rate versus the variable rate over the next 5 years, so that she could sit down and decide if she should go on a 3 or a 5 year fixed or go on a variable rate when renewing her mortgage.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
And what we found is that basically for the next 5 years, it doesn't matter for her. It doesn't matter whether she does fixed. It doesn't matter whether She does variable, whether she does a 3 year or a 5 year, pretty much in both scenarios, she was coming out to the exact same outcome.
Interesting.
So that's where the predictions are going, is that we'll see these same rates probably for the same over the next 5 years, which means that waiting to buy a house isn't going to change anything.
Yeah, and of course, like when you guys are thinking of rates, um, historically, variable rates perform better than the fixed rates. It's a little bit more of a risk-taking kind of method, but it gives you an opportunity to be a little bit more flexible with your real estate if you want to, unload it. Some of the properties, it has a little bit lower interest rate most of the time, historically again. So if you guys thinking of obviously purchasing, you're not sure how long you're going to keep the property, but I can tell you it's going to be way longer than you actually think it is because the time flies. We can definitely sit down and kind of discuss like options like this. And it's so cool. You guys like did this AI exercise. Now I'm kind of like interested of doing it themselves. I also want to point out something about the price.
Sure.
Because everybody thinks we have such incredible inventory and the price is going to be going down. So because we don't have such a high demand, our sales are low, but inventory is stable, right? So the buyers have the time to walk around and take their time, see if the house they like, negotiate the price on it. So nobody is, well, not say nobody because we just sold actually a property 20,000 over asking price.
Yeah.
But it's less opportunities for the sellers to sell over asking price in this market. But there is more opportunities for buyers to negotiate the price down, which is completely normal market for Calgary. This is how we operated for years before we had a whole bunch of people arrive to our province.
Well, and if you if you want stats, because I love my stats, is that we're at 3.5 months worth of inventory, which means that we are still in a balanced market, which means that it is fair for both the buyer and the seller. So yes, it's not the seller's market that we've endured for the last 5 years, but it is a balanced market. It is a fair market. And all houses that go up for sale, 27% of them, almost 28% of them, will sell in the first 30 days, which means 1 out of 4 houses is going to sell in the first 30 days. Yeah. What we've been seeing was not normal.
And I have like a statistics here for the March week. So it's the same week last year. And so that average price difference is 0.34% down this year than was last year at the same time, the same day, same week.
But that could just be cheaper houses because it's an average. So that could be more cheaper houses being bought than more expensive houses being bought. Because that's the problem with the average.
Yeah. So then we do have a median here. So the median price is down by 2.5%. So
that's more accurate.
That's more accurate. So median price, instead of kind of combining a whole bunch of properties that sold and averaging out, median price is like how many homes sold. No, it's like a majority of homes are sold within certain price range that look like alike, right? Like the most common, I guess, sales, it's a median price. And that went median price, and that went 2.5% down for today's date compared to the March week of 2025. So it's still like considering its balance, like we're not crashing, we're not losing everything that we gained, and we gained like over 30% in price increase over the last 3 years. So if you lose 2% compared to last year, but you gain 27% over the last 3 years, I think it's pretty good gains.
This is why I kind of laugh a little bit too, because I heard on the radio, and this came up on the radio, and they were like, yeah, everybody's going to be renewing their mortgage, and all these people are going to be going to foreclosure because their new interest rate is going to be drastically higher than their old interest rate. I'm like, or they could just refinance because their houses are worth way more than what they paid for them 5 years ago.
Absolutely. And so if you guys have any questions about your mortgage, if you have to renew your mortgage, if you're thinking of selling and either upsizing or downsizing, and you want to know what it looks like for you to be number one, what's your going to be price, what is a smart decision here to what to do with your mortgage. Sometimes you can port the mortgage without the penalty, and not necessarily like, and get yourself into the property that you need or you want. And of course, I don't like, we all know that media sells news by splashy, dramatic headlines. So we have statistics available for us. We run our own statistics as well. So sit down and talk to us. Like, we can show you the graphs. We're going to show you the numbers. They cannot lie. Like, what is happening? It's not something is being like rationalized or average. Like, that's like hardcore numbers.
The other thing too is if you're buying and selling in the same market, then it's a wash. So there's not one that's better than the other.
Yeah.
If you're buying and selling in the exact same market, but for you who's looking at getting into the market, now might be the time to get into the market. If you're looking at condos, now is definitely the time to get in the market, because we are seeing that the condo market is seeing more downward pressure on pricing. They are becoming more affordable. Believe it or not, actually, I was looking at houses with suites in the basement, and I was looking at side-by-side duplexes for two different clients. The full duplexes nowadays are selling for under $800,000 in beautiful areas close to downtown. I was utterly surprised at $800,000 for full duplexes.
It's definitely getting more competitive with the pricing. And I think a lot of people, like, I think the sellers started catching up a little bit in terms of the market has been changing. And if you do need to move on with things in your life and you don't want to get stuck on the market forever and ever, then you have to price accordingly. And at the end of the day, the buyers they dictate the market, because what price they're willing to pay for the product. And the seller, you know what, you don't have
I'd
to
argue on that, because the sellers the market is dictated by what the seller is willing to sell for and the buyer is willing to buy. And if the buyer is not willing to buy it at the price the sellers are willing to sell, then that's when the market goes stagnant. So it's the agreement of the two parties. One party doesn't have more power in the market than the other parties, because they both have to agree to make market value.
Well, but it is a consequence if the seller needs to sell.
If they're desperate.
Yeah. Well, I won't say desperate, because how many like, we don't have many desperate sellers.
No.
But they do have shit to do. I'm doing it again. Because they have stuff to do. It's like, and to be honest, like Robin and myself, never been that kind of realtor who just lists the house and hope for the best. And it's like 90 days. It's okay. We're like, it's we in the business of not listing the properties. We're in the business selling properties and getting our clients to meet their goals, whatever they're going with it after, right?
And giving them all their options, because sometimes some options are to keep the house and rent it out.
And you know what? And sometimes that's the right thing to do.
Absolutely.
Especially if you're able to qualify for two mortgages, for example. And again, not everybody is risk adverse. So we do discuss those options, positives, negatives, make sure you're prepared. But sometimes that's the best time, it's the best decision to do, right?
But regardless, it's a great time to buy. Yeah. So please, if you're looking at buying, investing, anything in the market, it is a great time to buy.
Yes.
Feel free to call myself and Anna Terranova, because we'd love to help you out. We have increased our
well, it's because
prize over here. We're gonna do over here. Oh,
over here.
Our prizes because this was actually, we had this in the box, but I wasn't around and Anna missed it.
And I didn't find it.
It's so small.
So first, yes, we're getting away big frozen bowls. Well, not frozen.
My husband says I have a fascination with this song, but we like big bowls and we cannot lie.
Okay. So, and then we have this tool. It's like 10 in 1. So that it's like, honestly, I'm actually thinking it's great for camping if you like cocktails. Yes.
Look it.
Hold on. Is it 10 in 1? Yeah, it says 10 in 1. So it's like your utility knife, except it's a bar tool.
And it's for cocktails.
For cocktail. I don't know. I see. You should not give me things like that, because it's really hard for. Like, it's a screw thingy, and there is like a knife.
Well, and you've got your measuring cups and your muddler.
And then I'm guessing there is like peeling things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anna can't.
No. Anna, it's like too hard for Anna. So that one is the like a grinder or something. And then little, this is the one you make a little like swirly thingy, like a orange peel or something, I think. Oh, what does that do? Oh, it's like scissors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I don't know what that is. A stir.
Oh, maybe it's to stir things?
Maybe. That's all the tools.
I don't know.
So yeah, you have this,
And,
which I think is a stir. You have that, which is
I think it's like to grind things.
Yeah, to grind. And then you have the knife to cut things. And you have this thing to make your little rinds.
Yeah.
And then you have your measuring tool. And then you have your bottle opener.
Okay, and you got the rimmer. So, oh, there is a muddler somewhere.
This is the
this is a
muddler.
muddler.
And then the knife.
What's the rimmer? I don't know.
The
There's
stir.
a knife.
This is
this is stir. You were right. So that's a stir.
Yeah, that's the stir.
We should have really read the box before the show. And they're gonna have like a bottle opener, channel knife, jigger. What does a jigger do? Oh, it's this is a jigger.
Jigger.
Okay. Corkscrew, zester. So
yeah,
zester. Oh, this is strainer.
A strainer. There you go.
Oh, okay. So cool. So great. Something to pack with you if you're going on a trip. Too much sangria already. So
I didn't even know it pulled out like that. Look at that.
Yeah. So there you go. So that's why I think it's actually does the two things.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is prize.
Yes.
And big balls are prize.
Yeah, the big balls, ice balls. Yes.
Okay.
Of prize. Okay.
So in order to do that, we're on the front camera.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
You have to like, love, and share us.
Yes, even tag your friends, just thinking like, oh my God, like you love the real estate topic. Maybe they on the verge of thinking of selling and listing and they're not sure what to do and you heard this great stats. Or you just like a cocktail. That's fine. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah, we're totally fine.
Or recommend a cocktail. I actually have had a few recommendations lately.
Oh, yay. Please recommend any cocktails. Season 7 will be in design and production starting May.
Yes.
So if you have any cool real estate topics you guys want to be on the show, and your name gets entered twice when you have those suggestions. So you have twice as more opportunities to win this amazing prize.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And
what are we doing next week?
Next week, we are talking about the Canmore creamsicle.
Yay! I'm so excited. It's going to be Robin's favorite topic.
That's right.
Yeah.
Buying and selling houses in Canmore and surrounding area. So we're not only going to talk about buying and selling houses in the Canmore surrounding area, but we are going to actually talk about the investment opportunity, the recreational opportunity, the lifestyle opportunity.
There's going to be some graphs.
All of that kind of stuff so that you guys get an idea. If you want to buy and you think Canmore's too expensive, I'm going to tell you, you'll be surprised as to how cheap Canmore and surrounding areas actually are.
Yeah, and absolutely. The reason we're talking about it because we have been working in those areas quite a bit for the last couple of years, especially. So we're gonna have some juicy information from like firsthand.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And of course, if you like, love, and share our show with all your friends, or if you know of anyone who's looking at buying or selling real estate in the next 6 to 12 months, maybe longer, need some real estate questions answered, have them call us, friends, family, coworkers, people you like, people you don't like, anyone you know. Make sure if you're in a coffee shop and you hear someone talk about real estate, say, you know what, you should call Robin Moser and Associates.
Because she works with like everybody. She loves everybody.
Exactly. Yeah. So we hope you guys have a great week and we'll see you next week. Enjoy the amazing weather.